Oyez, the Arnold County Commission of the County of Putnam is now sitting in regular session to transact all business required of by law or any other business may come before it at this time. And now the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. How are y'all this morning? It's like a beautiful day out there. I only have your edit registers for your approvals. Other than that, I have a pretty easy day for you.
All right, make a motion that we approve edit registers and any orders presented by the county clerk as presented.
Second.
Have a motion, a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Prior meeting minutes.
Make a motion to approve prior meeting minutes as presented.
Second.
Have a motion, a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Erroneous assessments, combine and divide.
I don't think we had any. Okay.
There were none. Okay. Payment of bills.
Make a motion to approve payment of bills as presented.
Second.
Have a motion, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. One vote.
Personnel payroll changes.
Make a motion to approve personnel and payroll changes as presented by staff.
Second.
Have a motion, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Commissioner reports.
We did have a health board meeting at the end of April, and we are reviewing the Clean Indoor Air Act. This is something with e-cigarettes, and that's become something we need to re-review anyway. But with the new legislative change, once the health board looks at the Clean Indoor Act, makes any changes, they'll submit that to the county commission for review. So anticipate that that'll come before the county commission in July. That's all I have to report this time.
Commissioner Ellis.
Have a fire board meeting scheduled for this evening, which has been moved till May 20th at 6 o'clock. We're still meeting virtually, and that's all I have.
I'm still in negotiations with the Solid Waste Authority on the Marina Park cleanup program. We're making progress on that. We have a meeting set up for the 24th of this month to review that a little bit further and try to get some specifics in place. Outside of that, I don't have anything else.
Commissioners, I'd like to introduce our new EMS director, if I may.
Okay.
Mr. Craig Barker is our new EMS director. We're proud to have him. He started yesterday. He brings 22 years of experience from Cabell County, I believe. If, Craig, you'd like to come up and we can formally introduce you. You guys have any questions for Mr. Barker?
Mr. Barker, just tell the public just a little bit about yourself and welcome aboard.
I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate the opportunity to serve the citizens of Putnam County. I do come from Cabell County. I've got about 25 years in EMS experience and 22 at Cabell County. I've been a captain there for about the last 12 years, and I look forward to working with you and serving the citizens and giving them the emergency services they deserve.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Craig.
Any public comments on anything that is not on the agenda? Is it on the agenda? Come on forward. You'll step up the microphone, state your name and your address, please.
My name is Boyd Daniels. I'm a resident of Putnam County, 2376 Sigmund Fork Road in Liberty. And I have a petition here for water. A brief summary of it is under the $1.9 trillion COVID relief bill signed by President Biden on March 12th, 2021. The state of West Virginia will be the recipient of millions of dollars, which funding may be used to cover expenses related to COVID-19 pandemic, lost revenue related to COVID-19 pandemic, and necessary investments in water, sewer, and broadband infrastructure. Putnam County should receive approximately $10.95 million, and we, the undersigned citizens, have asked for an approximately 5,600 foot extension of our water line. The current system pressure will be approximately 20 psi at highest elevation. May require a small booster pump to require the desired pressure of 30 PSI. As I read the rules, they want 30 PSI. If we have the signatures, and there will be more signatures to come. So we'd like to present this petition and see what the next step would be to get our water line extended.
Okay, Mr. Daniels, how many people would we be able to serve if we did that 5,600 feet?
Approximately 12, 15.
Is this currently on the tear-down study, Jeremy? To your
I
knowledge?
believe it is. I would need to pull it from the file and see.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure on that.
If you'll present us with that petition, and then we have a list of projects that we have under consideration. If it's not on there, we can see about getting it put on that list.
And then what additional follow-up would I need to do as far as?
For now, you wouldn't need to do anything. If you'll give your contact information to staff there, we'll call you and let you know whether it's on the list. And, really, that's all you need to do for now, because that's what we do when we go to try to come up with grant funding for projects.
The funding from the federal government obviously is there, and I hope we can, but because in addition to the safe drinking water, which obviously is the issue, and with extended fire protection would be a lot of the.
Right. And obviously, we have a number of them on the project
I
list.
saw that Deerfield Estates have been added.
Okay.
And because I checked the last.
Yeah. If you're not on there, we'll see about getting you added to the list.
Yeah, we have a water feasibility study that Terradon's done for us throughout the county, so we need to see if you're there or if you need to be added.
All right. Just go ahead and give him your contact info.
Yep. Write your phone number.
While he's doing that, Larry, estate settlements and fiduciary orders?
Yes, just need a motion for the commission president to sign off on the estate settlements and fiduciary orders.
Make a motion to approve the estate settlements and fiduciary orders and authorize the president to sign as presented.
Second?
Got a motion, second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Do we have any budget revisions?
We have 2 board appointments.
Okay. We'll go to board appointments.
Make a motion to appoint Nathan Clendenin to serve on the Putnam County Fire Service Board effective July 1st, 2021, with a term to expire June 30th, 2024.
Second?
Got a motion, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. I also have one more, our new EMS director, and make a motion to appoint Craig Barker to serve on Putnam County E911 Advisory Board effective May 11th, 2021, with a term to expire June 30th, 2023.
Second?
I got a motion, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Budget revisions?
Do have one budget revision for you. This is from W Extension Office, Department 412. This is relating to their moving cost and rent. They requested to decrease contracted services by $10,000, decrease capital outlay equipment by $500, decrease training and education $1,500, decrease dues and subscriptions $80, decrease travel $720.45, and to increase building equipment rent for $3,293, increase utilities by $1,800, and increase professional services by $7,707.45.
You have any reason to believe any of those are something that we shouldn't consider?
No. I've worked on those numbers with Ben Goff directly, and we had agreed to help them with current funding in order to make their move.
Make a motion to approve the budget revision as presented.
Second?
Got a motion, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Circuit Clerk, office redesign discussion and possible funding decision. Do we have? Who's going to take the lead here? Okay, Stephanie?
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
I've been working with Mr. Hanna, and he has gotten all of the quotes from both Tri-State Office Furniture and from Capital Business Interiors. Both of them were very good quotes, I believe, and pretty well what we wanted. There was one little change that we made. Capital Business Interiors gave us 3 options. And out of those 3 options, we kind of merged option 1 and option 2. And I actually have copies of the proposed merge here. We took the office design from option 1 and, wait here, these are it. Sorry. Yeah, I know. We took the workstations from option 1, which were centered in the office by the windows so that everybody could have the same visual. And then we took the break room from option 3 and subtracted a table with 4 chairs on it. The other 2 options just weren't feasible for what we were trying to achieve in the office. One was all the way over to the wall where nobody would have access to the window and you actually had your back to the window. And then the other was a similar situation. Everybody had their backs to the window, so it just wouldn't work for what we were wanting to achieve. And then the quote from Tri-State Office Furniture, I don't believe that it included the lateral shelving that we needed for each of the workstations. And we desperately need those, especially with not having the shelving in the back for sealed files and things of that nature. But the one from Capital Business Interiors did include all of those lateral shelvings that we would need.
How many windows do y'all currently have?
We have 3 windows. One of which it has the public portal on it, so we only use that one if we're really busy. Typically, we only use the 2 windows, the one closest to Family Court and the center one. And then I took the liberty of handwriting out the break room that was where we took out one of the break room tables and the 4 chairs. I took that out, and based on the prices that were in the quote for the 3, I based it off of 2.
Are we using state contract pricing for this? It
Yes,
is?
sir.
Yes.
Questions? Who's gonna move the old stuff out and the new stuff in, and what's your scheduling, and how are you gonna do that transition?
Well, with the Capital Business Interiors, they do the tear down, the disposal, and the installation. Tri-State Tri-State Office Furniture does not do the tear down, so our maintenance crew would have to do the tear down, and they do not do disposal. They only do the installation. And I have already spoken with John Day about rerunning the electric, which desperately needs to be done anyways. And he and his crew have no problem with rerunning the power, because the way that those stations are set up, they're coming right off of the 2 main power sources.
What kind of time frame is it gonna take for you all to tear down, dispose, set back up?
They told us that it would take a day for tear down and a day for installation. And we have an area in the back of the office, like essentially where our break room would be, where we can set up workstations temporarily so that we can still keep working. And then my office is available, and I'm sure Mr. Mullen's office is available as well to set up temporary stations.
So there will be no discontinuation of service during this period?
No, sir.
You're not planning on a weekend or anything like that?
No, sir.
And the company that you all want to use, are are they the ones that do the disposal? Or are they the ones that do not do the disposal?
We didn't have a preference either way, quite frankly, because the quotes were really similar to each other.
But if they're really similar, and then we have to do part of the work
Right,
with our staff, then they're not similar.
right, that is
So if there's
true.
just a few dollars difference, we'd be better off utilizing the ones that tear down and dispose.
That's correct. That was our,
So is that the one you all are recommending? The one
Yes.
that does the tear down and disposal?
yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. What were the total prices between, you have the total prices between the two?
Yes. The total price for just the workstations and the lateral shelving from Capital Business Interiors was $19,541.52. And then the break room was $2,689.60. And then we didn't quote the break room for Tri-State. They didn't have quite what we wanted as far as the break room was concerned. So the office workstations from Tri-State was $17,210. Yeah, and that was without the lateral shelving that we needed.
The Tri-State was without the lateral?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Tri-State is the one that tears down.
No, Tri-State is not.
Capital.
Capital, yes.
And Tri-State doesn't have the complete package.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I don't think so.
Okay. Larry, I guess we need a motion to move forward with.
Yes.
I'll make a motion that we accept state contract pricing from Charleston Business Interiors for the circuit clerk's office redesign as it's been presented.
Second.
Just to verify, these are the ones that are gonna do the complete package, and they're gonna tear down and dispose.
The Capital Business Interiors was, yes.
That's what you said?
Yes.
Okay. All right, have a motion, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
When are you gonna get the work done?
They said that but from the time that we ordered with them, it would take about 5 to 6 weeks to get it from the manufacturer. So I'd say probably end of June would be about the time that we would get it all rolling.
Get us some good before and after pictures, please.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Appointment of County Humane Officer.
Make a motion for this order. This day, the Putnam County Commission does, with the consent of the Putnam County Sheriff, hereby designate Jonathan Davis to serve as the Putnam County Chief Humane Officer in addition to his regular duties as County Dog Warden and Special Officer under West Virginia Code 19-28-1, and likewise appoints dog wardens Sean Martin and John Young as Putnam County Humane Officers. Furthermore, the said Chief Humane Officer and Humane Officers are empowered to investigate all complaints made to him or her of cruel or inhumane treatment of animals with the county, and he or she shall personally see that the law related to the prevention of cruelty of animals is enforced. The appointment is made pursuant to West Virginia Code 17-10-1 and shall run through the current fiscal year, continuing until the sheriff makes his next annual designation or until employment is terminated.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Signing of hazard mitigation grant agreement for financial assistance project number FEMA DR 4359-WV-0013 to purchase and demolish residence located at 6321 Poca River Road South in Poca, West Virginia. Larry?
Yes, Commissioners, at the last meeting, I believe it was on April the 29th, Commission agreed to go ahead with the acceptance of the hazard mitigation grant and to use the FEMA money to purchase this property. In connection with that, there has to be a letter signed that goes back to the home office in Dunbar for the hazard mitigation. There is a letter there for the commissioners to inform Mr. and Mrs. Davis that although they have been here at all the hearings, informing them that we're going to proceed with this. And then there are 2 copies of the actual grant application acceptance that has to be signed by the commission president.
Make a motion to approve the president to sign the hazard mitigation grant programs regarding the purchase and demolish residence 6321 Poker River Road South as presented.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Discussion on whether to order landowners to comply with the recommendation contained within the prior day of complaint, case number 2021-04.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Case number 2021-04 is C&O Railroad. This is their final order, which means they have not requested a public hearing within the 10 days of the formal complaint. I did another inspection on March 9th, and the property is in the same condition as it was at the time of the initial inspection.
So Larry, just a motion to accept the order regarding this case?
Yes.
All right, since there's been no contact, I make a motion that we comply with the recommendations from the prior day of complaint regarding case number 2021-04 regarding C&O Railroad.
Second. CSX.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
C&O.
CSX.
It says C&O, the order. Not
Not
the
yet.
C&O Railroad? C&O Railroad?
No,
Do you represent C&O Railroad?
you're further on.
No, it's all the same. Just need one. Okay, case number 2021-10. Franklin D. Turner.
Yes, same, it's the final order. They have not requested a public hearing within that 10-day timeframe. I did inspect the property on May the 9th, and the property is still in the same condition as it was. However, the Miss Turner did reach out to me, and we talked for about an hour on the phone. She was requesting that the commission would consider giving her an extension, considering that her home just burnt down. I told her I would ask if you would give her an extension. If not, then this is the final order for her to comply within 60 days.
This is the one on Thompson Road.
Yeah.
Chief, when was that, when did that burn down? Okay.
They will still have 60 days to do it. We would then have the option at the end of those 60 days to extend it at that time if we wish.
Yes.
It'd be my opinion that this would not be the time that I would want to do the extension. If they're making progress at a later date, then I would consider it. I don't know about the other commissioners.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. As long as we still have an opportunity, let's keep moving forward, and then we have an opportunity before the fine goes into effect that we could extend if extenuating circumstances still continue. I'll make a motion that we comply with the recommendations contained priorly from the day of complaint regarding case 2021-10 as presented.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Case number 2020-14, Lucy Beck.
Yes, again, I inspected this property Sunday, I keep saying March, May the 9th. The property is still in this, well, strike that from the record. Yeah, I inspected the property on May the 9th, and they have cleaned up the property. There are before and after pictures for you to look at. They've worked really hard on this. They've been in constant contact with me. It is up for a final order, but pictures hopefully will tell the story.
It appears they have made significant progress on this one.
Yes.
I would probably be inclined to, I don't know what process, maybe dismiss it at this point.
You can.
We could always take it up again if it goes back into a state of ill repair. Or,
Yes.
So your opinion is there's no issues with the property at this point?
I think it's cleaned up, yes, yes.
I'll make a motion to dismiss case number 2020-14 from the day of complaint list as has been presented.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Do we have a specific form that we need to do the dismissal?
There's no form, right? Or we could, I guess, make one up.
We can do an order for you, but previously we haven't, but we certainly can. So
Well,
that
if
we'd
it's
have a
not
record of it.
If it's not necessary, I don't need any extra paperwork. So, okay, good deal. Discussion and possible decision on imposing sanctions for failure to comply with Commission's order within 60 days, case number 2019-05.
Yes, this is Jimmy Soward's property at 102 Marina Park. Again, I gave you before and after pictures. I did inspect this on Sunday as well, why do I keep saying March? May the 9th. The trailer is gone, the overgrown vegetation is gone, the grass was mowed. In my opinion, it's cleaned up. There's just a stack of firewood beside the fence, so honestly, that's all I saw. But the trailer is moved, the grass is cut, it looks great, yeah. It's move-in ready.
I'll make a motion to dismiss case 2019-05 as it's been presented.
Second.
Motion and second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Case number 2020-21.
Yes, this would be Shafiq Ahmed. He's here today. This is, I inspected this property on May the 9th. They've done significant work out there. The entire front property is cleaned up. The overgrown vegetation is cut down. I did present some before and after pictures. The thing that maybe concentrate on would be the back property. There is a storage shed that, and some overgrown vegetation back there. But as you see, you can see the before and after pictures. I'll talk to him for a good while on Sunday, and he has some great plans for that property, so maybe he can share with you that today. It's up to you.
It appears they have made some significant progress. There is some work yet to do, but you can speak if you like.
Yes,
Your name and address, please.
my name is Shafiq Ahmed.
Okay.
41 Coventry Woods, Charleston. I live
Okay.
there. I was supposed to clean last year, but I had COVID. I was in ICU, so I couldn't do that. So I did it everything this year. And I'm planning to make an office building so that I can rent and get some money out of that.
Okay. There is some additional work to be done.
It's still construction going on. It will be ready by August this year. So I'll get another truck for waste management, and everything will be removed.
Okay, that would include the stuff in the backyard, and then beyond it, there's a overgrown area with some buildings and stuff back there that,
No overgrown area. I'll make a complex of houses. So I need to put gas line, power line, etc., etc. So I have a contractor there. So I develop eventually. The overgrown area is a forest. So it's about 3 acres. So it will take time for me because it's investment of a lot of money.
so we're at the stage of penalty on this one?
This is the sanction stage, yes.
So we can either give them a little bit of additional time or we can sanction.
Yes.
What's the thoughts of the commission? This thing's been that way for a long, long time.
Right.
But the vegetation area, I will make a apartment complex just like the next neighborhood. But it will take time though. It's not this year, maybe next year or something like that. But the front, the house, I'll make a parking lot and would make an office. So that
Yeah, I understand, but in the meantime, it needs to be cleaned up before you.
It's already cleaned up.
No, not in back. You still have some stuff
No,
out
back
back.
is not. Back,
I have the photos right here. From you went out Sunday?
May the 9th on Sunday.
May the 9th. So there's still some significant work to be done out back, Mr. Ahmed. Not just a little. And you said you were gonna get a dumpster to have this stuff thrown in?
this vegetation was there already cleaned, then grass grow. It was done end of the March. Because there will be more garbage for the construction because we are breaking inside. There will be more construction. Everything will be removed at that time.
This is the area out back too?
No, this is the site where there are a jungle there. So there are about 3 acres land there. So I'll make a apartment or housing.
No, I understand what you're gonna do to it, but right now it's still in a state of disrepair, and it has been for a long, long time. And that's part of the procedures for our dilapidated housing enforcement agency is to get these cleaned up. It looks like you've made a start, but you got a long ways to go to get there. So our decision now is whether we go to the fine phase so that you go ahead and get it cleaned up expediently, or whether we give you a little bit of additional time. If we gave you a little bit of additional time, how long would it take for you to get the stuff that's still shown in the photos cleaned up?
This will be everything done will be by August.
August is a long time, and you've had a long time to get.
Because the construction going on, all the construction material will be put in the dumpster.
Okay. This property's been in a state of disrepair for years, not just a short period of time.
About 2 years, yes.
Okay, that's a long time.
Yeah, I already mentioned to you that I was suffering from COVID, so I was in ICU, so I couldn't do anything.
Okay. You can step back now. Discussion?
We have seen progress, but before we get to sanction, because you have made progress, I would be interested in in 60 days, giving them 60 days before we started sanctions with that jungle area and cleaning up the,
60 days, what you want me to do? Clean up?
clean the jungle and around the back.
No, the jungle is about 3 acres. And I have no plan right now because you need some jungle for the, it's not jungle, what you're going to say. Just like a garden and etc.
How many junk cars are back in that heavily forested area? If you don't want to call it jungle, call it heavily forested area. How many abandoned automobiles are back there?
There's no automobile, no.
Okay, there's a building back there, right?
What's that?
Is there not a building in the back?
No, no building there.
What is this that I'm looking at here? Come forward. What is this here?
Okay, this is a storage. When the previous people were there renting, they put a storage there so that they can keep their lawnmower, everything is there.
Okay, it's your responsibility to keep that in good condition. What is that?
This is probably shed which was shed for some what is that called? Wrap. The wrap was broken, so we keep it here. So it will be, everything will be taken care of.
And what are all these items here?
Okay, this is construction going on inside.
Where's the dumpster? Normally, when you have construction going on inside, they would have a dumpster. They would take the stuff from the outside and put it in the dumpster.
The dumpster, I'll put it because dumpster 1 week was $800. So everything will be taken, then I'll put this.
Okay.
Everything will be clean.
What's this vehicle here?
This vehicle for construction guys,
Okay.
this is my contractors.
All right. I'm really not inclined to give him additional time. He's had a whole lot of time to do it. There's a lot of stuff that really needs to be cleaned up. It's been an eyesore for that community for a long, long time. If we gave him any time at all, I would like for it to be somewhat less. Mr. Ellis?
So we give him 60 days, that's still less than to August. So I would, it had been mowed yesterday. I came up with that.
It hasn't been mowed in the back, and nothing has been done in the back. And
Now, the 3 acres behind the house is not the yard, I don't believe. That's another,
Yeah, we could call it yard, yes.
it is a yard, and it needs mowed.
In Marina Park, we've made decisions on much less when it comes to storage or what have you. And this is in a nice section of town. There's no reason why it shouldn't be cleaned up. You can't even see the building.
Your Honor, the storage was there for a long time. In fact, there are 2 storages. You took one picture. Storage was for the previous people, but they do lawnmower, the lawnmower was there. They keep the lawnmower there.
Mr. Ahmed, when you rent to somebody, you still own the property, and it's your responsibility to make sure that your renters keep it in a condition that's suitable. So, I mean,
For last 4 years, I didn't there for any, that's why the vegetation grows. And last year I was supposed to clean, I told you that. Last year I had COVID, so I could not go there. Even last 1 year I didn't go there. Then when I got the letter from Public Commission there, then I said that give me some time, I'll clean it up. That's why I clean it up. So about 90% is done, 10% remaining, but working is going on. Probably you met my contractors.
Yes.
That they're doing it.
They were doing the inside of the home yesterday.
Inside,
Or
yes.
Sunday, yeah.
But when inside will completed, if I rent it, I need to clean up the front also. And the front will be the parking lot. So And front of, it was clean, then rain came and everything growing again. But it will be clean. Trust me, I'm not telling you anything spurious in nature, or I have different plan.
Mr. Ahmed, and I appreciate the work that's been done, but again, we're holding, as Commissioner Foster, some other homes we've held accountable. So since you have made so much progress, I'm willing to 30 days before we would look at this again for infraction. So I'll make that motion.
So 30 days means what am I supposed to do in these 30 days?
You're supposed to cut the grass and clean it, and the back, but the back as well.
Grass probably already cut today, that's what you told me.
The front, but the back as well. You have to clean up the back.
Yeah. The front and back will be done, because I have a gentleman, he's keen, but few days rain, the vegetation broke, and he told me that this thing has sting in it, so we need to cut very quickly. So we are doing it.
Okay.
I'll second the motion to give you, I'll second the motion that you have 30 days.
Okay.
Okay.
You need to get a dumpster, and you need to get the stuff in the dumpster, and you need to get the place cleaned up. That includes the back porch, that includes the stuff in the backyard, and I believe you need to clear out around that back storage building, and we need to determine whether that storage building needs to be removed in its entirety or not. But I can't really tell from...
Storage building I will keep it, because this is a storage, and somebody who is rent, they can put their lawnmower and et cetera.
You need to clean up around the storage building. They can't even get to it the way it looks now.
So you want me to clean around the storage building?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
Without a doubt, and after 30 days, you will go in, and if I have my way, you'll go into a penalty situation then. So I would suggest you take the 30 days seriously, get you a dumpster in there and start cleaning it up immediately. Any other discussion? I got a motion and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
This time, is that all right for you?
We'll do the 30 days and see how much progress you make, and then if you want to come back, you can come back. But we're going to look at this again in 30 days.
Let's take that vote again. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. I vote nay. Okay, you have 30 days.
Thank you, sir.
Case number 2020-19.
Yes, this is 210 Lakeview Drive, property owner Daniel Owens. He is up for sanctions. However, I did provide you a photograph before and after. Yeah, when I went to inspect, they were building the roof. They got all the walls up. They're working very hard. All the debris is gone around the house. All the burnt debris is out of the garage.
They're in compliance and we can dismiss this?
In my opinion, absolutely, but I mean, that's up to you. In my opinion, yeah, they want to move into this home quickly, so they make significant progress with this home.
I'll make a motion that we dismiss case 2020-19 as it's been presented.
Second?
You have a motion second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
2020-02.
Yeah, this one is Diana Rogers. This one's also have before and after photographs for you to view.
Has everything been removed?
There's just a little pile. I don't know if you could see that in the middle. It's the last picture of the packet. There's like a little pile of, I don't know what that is, but other than that, it's pretty cleaned up. I mean, the storage building, she's got all that stuff removed. She said the only thing she needs to do with it is she wants to level the building because it is kind of cockeyed. But the entire structure in the middle of the property that was the porch had trash, all of that's gone. The only thing left I could see is just that little bit of rubble, I guess you can call it.
I'd recommend we give them 30 days to clean up the rubble and then dismiss if they qualify, or if they get that completed.
Okay, great.
Second.
I'll change that to a motion, not a recommendation. Okay. Got a motion and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
So, Ms. Peck, you'll notify them that they have 30 days to get the rubble, and then we would dismiss if they
Yeah,
do.
I'll
Okay.
call her.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Conduct a public hearing as requested by Albert A. Jr. and Rita Tinsley, day at case number 2020-20.
They are here for a public hearing. They did request that today. I'll present the facts that I have given to you. A written complaint was received on December 8th of 2020. An on-site inspection was conducted on December 8th, 2020 for the property located at 382 Tiger Lane, Scott Depot, West Virginia, tax map 223, parcel 166. Photographs were taken during this initial inspection and are attached as Exhibit A. A certified letter was sent to the property owner on December 10th, 2020. The letter and return receipt is included as Exhibit B. The property owner signed return receipt on December 16th and provided a written response. This response is attached as Exhibit C. The DAA directed the county engineer at the time on March 11th, 2021 to file a petition and formal complaint with the county commission. On March 25th, the county commission accepted and approved petition and formal complaint. The complaint was recorded and a certified letter was sent to the property owner along with the formal complaint and attachments in accordance with Rule 4. A copy of the letter, formal complaint, and attachments is included as Exhibit D. The property owner signed for the certified letter on April 3rd, 2021. A copy of the return receipt is included as Exhibit E. On April 12th, 2021, the DAA representative received a letter from the property owners requesting a public hearing. A copy of the letter is included as Exhibit F. On May 6th, I spoke to Ms. Tinsley via telephone to relay the public hearing is scheduled for May the 11th. Correspondence ensued via telephone to answer any questions that the respondent needed answered, including clarifying the formal complaint packet will explain the approval recommendations for cleanup. On May 9th, 2021, another inspection was conducted on site, which revealed that the property owners have demolished Structure 1 and have removed the debris and also did the fill dirt. However, Structure 2 is still dilapidated with broken windows. Most of the windows in that structure is broken. And the garage doors as well are collapsing in, and the eaves around the structure have fallen. In addition, some debris has been bagged in trash bags around Structure 2, and I took photographs for you of this on-site inspection, and it's included as Exhibit G.
You said Mr. and Ms. Tinsley are here?
They said they would come today.
Okay.
Come forward. Which one of you wants to speak first? Name and address, please.
My name is Rita Tinsley. I live at 382 Tiger Lane. We have cleaned up everything but the farm stuff in the yard, and we're working on the big house, trying to get the windows boarded up, and we got the firewood we need to burn. Everything else is pretty much done. We worked our butts off for 3 solid days. Right now, I need money, so I have to wait till I get paid again before I can do the windows on the big house.
So your intentions are to keep,
Pardon?
so your intentions are to keep structure 2?
Yes.
So that we're clear on what could you step forward and verify whether this is what you're referring to as the big house?
Yes, this is the big house. And all we got left now is the firewood we need to burn and the farm stuff, and I don't know what to do with the farm stuff.
Okay. What about all this debris here?
That's all gone.
That's gone now?
That's all gone.
Ms. Peck, could you verify whether this picture was taken over
That was taken on Sunday.
on Sunday?
We finished all
Yeah,
that yesterday.
You finished it yesterday? Okay.
May 9th.
And your plans on the big house is to replace windows
As soon as we get, we're gonna board up the windows as soon as we get paid.
and there's I guess there's access through a broken, looks like a garage door or something in the back? You're gonna get that fixed as
Yes.
well? And there, are you gonna,
We have our lawnmower and other stuff in there, antique car and all that inside.
okay. Did you have anything you want to say?
Do you think you can get it done within 60 days?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to commend you all on the work you've done. I think you got a little bit of a late start on it. I wish you'd have got started a little bit sooner, but you've done a
Well,
lot
we
of work.
needed the money, and
Okay,
we don't have a whole lot of money.
okay, I understand. But you've done significant work there, and I appreciate your efforts in getting it, and I appreciate you cooperating with us to get it done. So I would entertain some additional time.
So what we'll do is I'll make a motion for case number 2020-20 to have an additional 60 days, and then we'll review it at that time, and if everything's been done, we can
That should
dismiss the
give us
case.
plenty of time.
Okay, that's my motion.
I'll second that.
Having a motion and a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ms. Peck, thank you for your efforts. The county is improving, and I appreciate all your efforts.
Thank you.
Discussion and possible decision to provide startup funding and equipment to Tays Valley Fire Department and Hurricane Fire and Rescue in order to become fully operational as an EMS provider by August 1st, 2021.
In abundance of caution with my position as city manager of City of Hurricane, I will step out and recuse myself from any discussion or decision.
You guys want to talk to us? Come up and make your presentation.
Darren Wilkes, Chief of Hurricane Fire and Rescue. As you recall, when we initially had a discussion in April, we discussed that we would be more than happy to try to do what we could to serve the community by providing EMS, but we would need some help to do so for this first couple months as we wait for insurance money to kick in. So in the last meeting, the commission graciously approved that plan, and so we're just back asking now for what we discussed in that original meeting. For us, it was an ambulance stocked and equipped, and $150,000 to cover payroll for those first 90 days. I'll let John tell you.
Well, wait a minute, while you're here, I just want to, there was some discussion in the back of my mind that we give you $150,000 up front, and then when y'all start cash flowing, that there was a possibility you guys would be able to pay us back. Is there?
I would think it would still be a possibility. I just can't tell you over how long of a period of time.
Okay. Because I would be, obviously, as a county commissioner, interested in that part of it as well.
Absolutely.
Now, assuming that you all had positive revenue, if you didn't have positive revenue, then there wouldn't be any big deal.
Correct.
However, if you have positive revenue and we were paid back the $150,000, any other positive revenue you all would have would continue to go to the city.
Correct. Well, it would go to the fire department,
With
which
the
we
fire
use for
department,
capital.
okay. Did you have any thoughts on that, Commissioner Ellis?
No, sir. I would like to be paid back.
Okay. All right, so what do you need from us in a way of a motion, Larry, for,
I would just say,
just to authorize one vehicle at the county's choosing, one ambulance, which is likely gonna be the one that's already down there? I think that's what we discussed, is that correct?
Yeah, since then, that one's blown a motor.
Oh, it did. So we have a horse of a different color now, right?
Yeah.
I assume you want one with a motor in it.
I would like to have one with a motor in it. I mean, just me personally, a horse dragging it down the roads when they extend their response time, so.
Okay, well, we'll just leave it at an ambulance at the county commission's discretion.
Absolutely.
That
Yeah.
is operational.
That'll
How about-
work.
Is that fair enough?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to make that motion?
I'll make a motion that we provide the city of Hurricane with one operational ambulance and $150,000 for operational expenses to get started, to be paid back when they have positive cash flow.
Okay, and when do you want the ambulance?
So obviously, the sooner I can get it, the better I can have it cleaned and re-lettered and all those kind of things. So
Give me a drop dead date.
July 1 would be the drop dead date for me. If I can get it before that, that's great. If not, that's okay. But July 1 would definitely be the drop dead date.
Okay.
So sooner than July 1st. So
Okay.
add that
So,
to your motion.
and add July 1st to the motion for the ambulance and $150,000 to be given to Hurricane.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Oh, I second it. Now motion and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning.
Morning.
Our requests were 2 completely stocked ALS trucks and 200K for startup. July 1 is probably our good date as well. And when we're talking about positive cash flow, that's pretty broad. And can we stipulate a percentage of positive cash flow? And I don't know if we can truly do that, but to pay back, I'd like to be able to inform our board of something that we can put a tangible date on.
Yeah, John, we didn't actually have that conversation on Tays Valley Fire Department there, so I wasn't, the payback wasn't part of the discussion on that, as far as I recall.
okay.
Do you remember?
I don't remember, but I would, so you want to set a date? I mean, you have,
No, what I'm curious about is positive cash flow in the EMS business could be good in 90 days, and then you may see something, it just depends on the payers, the Medicare, the Medicaids, the third parties, the private pay, and that positive cash flow can have wild swings.
would it be better to say a year, 2 years, 3 years?
Well, the way I had looked at it was that the city of Hurricane is in a much better financial situation than our own fire department, so I wasn't looking for the repayment out of the fire department myself. Now, if you as a commissioner want that, then we certainly should have that discussion.
And we would greatly appreciate that if that can be worked out. And actually, that was my understanding from our previous talks as well. But if,
So let's be clear.
you guys
So
do what you need to do.
The city of Hurricane is to pay us back,
That's correct.
but the Tays Valley is.
That was the way I understood our initial discussion. But we can formalize that one way or another today.
I would like to see an attempt. I don't know, I do agree with John that, you know, you're making money some months and some months you're not. I understand that, so I just don't want it to seem like a gift, because the other fire departments aren't getting us a gift.
I understand.
You want to do something like maybe a partial payment back, or you want them to pay the full amount back?
I would be fine with partial payment,
Okay.
but I want them
What if we
to show
look-
that we're making an effort.
Okay, what if we looked at $50,000 and they started paying us back August of 2022? Would that give you some time, John, to get a good feel for you?
That's a full year, so, you know, we wouldn't.
You should know
We
what you're.
really know, we would know where we are, but also, and it's my recollection, and, you know, you have to do what you have to do, but I was under the impression that Hurricane and Taze Valley both would get the funds, and neither one of us would have to pay it back, but if that's the conditions, then that's the conditions, and I totally get that.
I realize Hurricane has positive cash flow, but do we want to do it for both?
Originally, you know, my thought was, and what we had talked about was Hurricane would be in a better position to do it than the fire department itself. I hadn't thought that the fire department was going to pay us back, but I'm open to that as well. And
Well,
the city of Hurricane also can always come back to us if it doesn't work out. Our goal is to provide the best service for our community that we possibly can at the lowest possible cost, and that's what we're trying to do.
Well, how about if we just give John the 2 ambulances, the $200,000, and revisit it as far as a payback, or revisit that in a year and see if it's possible, or if it's possible just to let it go.
Well,
I mean, how does
if we're going to do that, I'd rather set a dollar value now, and then if we renegotiate later, because otherwise they would have the opportunity to spend those funds in advance. So if you want to do that, I'm okay with that too. And then we could talk again, John, if you're having trouble
That's fine.
in August of next year, then we could just waive it at that time. Would that be something you think you could live with?
Yes.
Okay, so let's do it that way. Give you till August 1 of next year to pay back, or start paying back $50,000, and then we can renegotiate with you if that presents a problem for you guys.
Yes, sir.
That sound fair?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, so I need to make a motion that we supply Taze Valley Taze Valley Fire Department with 2 ambulances, $200,000 in operating, for operating expenses, for July 1st, and we will revisit this on August 1st of 2022 to see if they're able to repay us in the amount of $50,000.
Understood.
Sound good?
Yes, sir.
I'd have a motion, I'll second it. I got a motion, a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
Gentlemen.
Hey Larry, do you want to see if Andy's out there? Yeah.
Next on the agenda is a letter to the Public Service Commission and West Virginia American Water to require West Virginia American Water to provide water service to residents of Deerfield Estates under a previous agreement. Jeremy Young.
Yeah, Commissioners, at the last meeting, you had requested that staff prepare letters, formal letters to send to the Public Service Commission as well as West Virginia American Water to push them to consider giving water or providing water service to Deerfield Estates. We've drafted the letters and sent those out to you in advance. I'll read it for the record. This is to the Public Service Commission of West Virginia. At our April 13, 2021 meeting of the Putnam County Commissioners, the Commissioners were presented with a petition for water service provided by West Virginia American Water Company for Deerfield Estates, an area near the intersection of U.S. Route 35 and West Virginia State Route 19. During the discussion that followed, Sarah Lane, a petitioner, referenced correspondence between West Virginia American Water and the Putnam PSD, South Putnam PSD at the time of the correspondence, in which there was discussions regarding West Virginia American Water providing water service in that area of Putnam County. The Putnam County Commission contacted James Evers, General Manager of Putnam PSD, and requested the referenced correspondence and supporting documents. Mr. Evers was able to locate and provide the County Commission with the correspondence and supporting documents with dates ranging from 1996 to 1999 between Fred Stottlemyre, former PSD director, West Virginia American Water, and a local resident regarding the water projects in that area. In a letter to the resident dated August 9, 1996, Fred Stottlemyre states that the South Putnam PSD and West Virginia American Water Company have reached a tentative agreement relative to the provision of water service to your area and to other unserved areas in the southern half of Putnam County. The area referenced in the 1996 letter is the same area referenced in the petition for water service received by the Putnam County Commission on April 13, 2021. The Putnam County Commission has reviewed the documentation, and it does appear that West Virginia American Water has an obligation to provide water service to the Deerfield Estates area under the referenced previous agreement. The Putnam County Commission would like to resolve this issue as soon as possible and would be willing to participate in the project by providing partial funding for the project in the amount of $5,000 to $10,000 per household. The Putnam County Commission requests the Public Service Commission of West Virginia review the attached documentation and require West Virginia American Water to provide water service to Deerfield Estates as previously agreed.
Make a motion, we approve the letter to the Public Service Commission and West Virginia American Water as it was read off today.
Second.
A little bit of discussion. I have notified after, and we discussed it at the previous meeting, to go ahead and send the attorney for American West Virginia Water. And they know this is coming, and they know that we expect them to do it. He said he would get with, I guess, at a higher level, and I have not heard back from him, but I copied you, the other commissioners, in on that. So we are moving forward with it. Have a motion, a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Orders and resolutions presented by the commission staff. Do you have anything?
I do. I've got 6 orders for you today. First order is to issue a check from the Spay and Neuter Fund in the amount of $350 payable to Help for Animals for services provided.
Make a motion to approve the order as presented.
Second.
Have a motion, a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Issue a check from the TIF Fund in the amount of $34,163.82 payable to West Banco Bank trustee for April 2021 TIF revenue.
Make a motion to approve the order as presented.
Second.
Have a motion, a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Order clerk of the commission to transfer from the 91107 fund to the following: Unified Solutions LLC, in the amount of $31,190 for maintenance and upgrade of software and program to 911 phone recorder.
Make a motion to approve the order as presented.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Issue a check from the Water and Sewer Fund in the amount of $13,500 payable to Terradon Corporation for engineering services on the Jim Ridge Phase 2 Water Main Extension Project.
Make a motion to approve the order as presented.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Check from the Water and Sewer Fund in the amount of $75 payable to West Virginia Division of Natural Resources for fees associated with the Jim Ridge Phase 2 Water Main Extension Project.
Make a motion to approve the order as presented.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Might have a little coffee stain on it. Okay, the last one is to issue a check from the Coal Severance Fund in the amount of $72,000 made payable to the Putnam County Building Commission Series B Bond Revenue Account toward Waterworks Revenue Bond Payments.
Make a motion to approve the order as presented.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
That's all the orders I have.
Anything else that needs coming from the county commission today? Did we miss anything? I'll entertain a motion.
Senator Caputa's office, any
Want
updates?
to say anything?
Money.
Did the treasury guidelines finally come down? I'll make a motion, we adjourn to our next scheduled meeting, Thursday, May 27th at 5:30 PM.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.